Hello guys, Inslayerclone here, friendly neighborhood incel. I am back with another video. So, so today I'm going to be doing my sequel to my last video last year. Life as a 23-year-old incel. 24 now, so I guess I could make a video on this. Well, how's life being a 24-year-old incel? So, I guess this is a sequel to the last video. So, I think I talked about what I mentioned in that video is about 16-year-olds looking at 16-year-olds 17-year-olds people younger than me about roughly around their adult age, in their mid-teens, late teens and shit, you know, and looking at how my life was back then when I was in my mid to late teens and shit. Um, feeling, I think feeling not I won't say lost per se, but what's the term? What would be the word? Feeling left out by society just in general, not by just because maybe because I failed, you know, in college or whatever. Not college. I mean, the school system I didn't really do very well, and or like or what will be the other thing? Just socially as well, because like I said, you can fail in a school system, but since you probably have the social proof and shit, you're pretty much okay, you know. So. But yeah, I mean, I'm just doing another video and shit like this. So, and the reason why I'm making this video is that has my life changed? And quite frankly, it hasn't really changed that much. But I guess I've accepted quite a lot of things because a lot of things happened in the summer, happened in the autumn months in 2023. So a lot of things changed. Like I made the synthetic land fucking subreddit, even though I've not been really posting anything on that. And on the 28th of June. and and I've been doing all sorts of stuff, like I said, doing the Let's Play shit, which I haven't really done much of that as well. I mean, I still have some of the videos and shit, but I haven't really been motivated to upload them, like my Ghost Recon Part 2 video, because I think what happened, I don't know, the game crashed, I have to play that game over, that level over, because I just said, you know what, I'm not gonna try and do that right as of right now. I've got a lot of other things to do in my life, personal life, same with the Guardians and stuff. I mean, I was gonna get Dragon's Dogma 2, but like I said, they effed it up with microtransactions and skin DLC, so I won't be getting that game and shit. So until probably like September time, you know, maybe even maybe even January, you know, January, whatever. But yeah, I mean, how's my life been? Well, I guess it's been alright. I guess. I mean, it's not been completely a dry fantasy. Be 25 soon and shit, which is unreal. I mean, like a couple years ago, like 4 years ago, right? I was probably in my room, in freaking pandemic and shit. Now in 2024, no pandemic. Everyone's gone back to their blue pill way of thinking, gone back to like the narrative. Oh, we need to vote. Saying we have to vote for this. We have to protect these people, from refugees and all that. You know, right? We need to help Israel. We need to help, Palestine. You know, same programming that has been programmed since about practically 8 years ago. You know, I myself, do I really care about what's going on in Israel and Palestine? To that is no. Why should I care? The only reason why I'm pro-Palestine itself because the Zionist Israelis and stuff run the country, Britain run freaking America. So it's like, of course, if that's the case, I'm just going to be pro-Palestine. It's not because of actually care about Palestine and the people of Palestine, you know. So you have to remember, we're not here to. A lot of people are not here to thinking that they are here to save the world. Oh no, this injustice is happening over across the planet and shit. Like you know, Greta Thunberg, right? When she's protesting, and getting arrested and shit. Oh, we got a climate change. Why should I care? I'm gonna be dead, you know, and stuff in the next freaking 80 years and shit. Probably 100 years. I'll probably be dead by that time. So why should I care about about climate change? Oh, we need to care about the future generations of people. No, I don't need. I don't care about the future generations of people because, quite frankly, are they gonna know who I am? No. Did the Victorians know who I am? No, they don't exist. No, I don't even know if the Victorians even know what happened. Would they even care about? Oh, this is how the society changed. So, and I know I've kind of gone off topic, but it's not really off topic. It's just that as I become older and stuff, it's not even become older. It's more like me just stepping away from society and stuff like that. It's like, why should I care about Palestine? Why should I care about Israel? I mean, I'm not saying the Palestinian people should not be killed, of course. I do believe that. However, and stuff, but it's like, why do I have to now boycott, Burger King, boycott KFC, right, and McDonald's because McDonald's gives some but freaking fried chicken, freaking chicken, freaking Big Macs to fucking some IDF soldiers and shit, right? Oh, we gotta boycott it. No, like I said, if the Palestinians really, if these so-called leftists really want to destroy the system, they have to make their own fast food restaurant, which is not going to happen. You all know that, right? And you can say, well, because they don't have the financial capital. It's not even that. It's just that they're not disciplined enough, right? Because when it comes to business, right, you have to what's the word? You have to be willing to sacrifice for every outcome, right? Like you see with the freaking pocket play with the Power World and shit, they sacrifice a lot of money in order to potentially get that game to be the most played game on the Steam this year and shit. So, you know, most Palestinian fast food restaurants, which I don't even know any Palestinian fast food restaurants, but most Palestinian restaurants, coffee shops and shit, they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna freaking give all their money, right? They're not gonna go to business because, right, we're gonna open up another restaurant here and shit in this city and shit, in this town, right? We're gonna open up all these other places and shit. No, it takes a lot of skill. Most of them are mum and pop shops and shit. You know? So, and that's the real truth. And yeah, so yeah, going back to my 24, what's it like feel like to be a 24-year-old incel? I guess it is somewhat depressing in some cases, quite a lot of the time, I guess. But life is pretty depressing, right? I mean, recently on YouTube and shit, I know there've been people showing their children's off, right? Pregnancy. I don't know, maybe because I typed fresh CEO pregnant, and now I'm seeing all these like people with freaking children's and shit, babies and pregnancies and shit. Because I was talking about CEO, I typed in the search engine, so now I want these. YouTube's now recommending YouTube Shorts. It's all recommending all these videos and shit. But the funny thing is, these people, right, they're showing all the good stuff, like the pictures, right? Oh, look at this massive family. But we are deep down on the surface, it's not really the case, isn't it? It's not really a happy family, isn't it? Or whatever and shit. They're selling me a false reality of how the world works. You know, that's what they're showing you. They're not showing you their truth of reality. Imagine if we got a like a pregnancy family, right? And they just show the depressing parts. They would call those people abusers and shit. You know, they wouldn't call them. Oh, look how happy this family is. They would call that couple abusers. They're showing the baby crying and stuff. They're showing the dad getting frustrated and stuff like that, or you know The mum, getting frustrated. They're not gonna show all that because, like I said, people don't want to watch that. It's just like the freaking Come and See movie. People don't want to watch that film over and over again, right? Or the other film, what's the other one? Lilith Forever and shit, or 44 Days of Hell. Most people want to have a happy lifestyle, happy everything. They don't want to watch things that depress them, that have to depress them constantly and shit, right? And I mean, me personally, I don't like Last of Us 2. I think Last of Us 2 narratively was a terrible game, but I do somewhat like the concept of Last of Us 2 and shit, and stuff like that. It's not a very happy world and shit. Well, Last of Us is never really a happy world, but certainly Last of Us 2 isn't really happy. It's not a place of happiness and shit. So I still don't really like the game itself and shit. So even the games I'd probably be making in the future are probably going to be very depressing, you know. And the stories that I'm going to tell, they're not going to be happy stories. They're not going to be, happy ever after. No, there's going to be ending of depravity. Maybe not depravity or depressing. Yeah, I guess some depravity also, right? The main character actually loses everything, and he doesn't actually wins, right? Because the reality is, guys, the, the whole world, right? We have to teach ourselves we are special. We're not special. We're not the main characters, right? So we're just someone that was born from someone, right? And we're unfortunate to be in this situation, right? So unfortunately I was born here in the United Kingdom, you know, instead of being born in Ukraine or freaking some the Congo or freaking China, So, and yeah, I mean, this is why I feel, you know, it's actually getting pretty dark now and shit outside. There's not even no one here. Well, there's some people walking their dogs and shit, but I'm practically alone, which I like. And I'm just watching the city, my town, it's freaking skyscrapers and shit. Because, like I said, we live in the modern world, and every town has to have skyscrapers now and shit, and tower blocks and shit. So that's how it works, isn't it? So what can you take from this video? I guess with being me being 24-year-old incel, well, seems I've just detached myself from most things, right? Like I said, am I still interested to be in a relationship? I'm not really sure about that. I'm not. I don't really know. I'm not too sure I want to be in a relationship in 2024 or anything. You know, I'm kind of content to being by myself nowadays. But I know some people are gonna look at that as weird and stuff like that, which I don't really care. You know, I don't know. I might as well try it for at least once. Oh, I got to experience it one time, I guess. So I guess I think it was a couple months back. Like I was talking to this guy at the chicken shop. This guy, just randomly, I just, I think it was in January, 2024. You know, I was talking to this guy at the chicken shop and stuff like that, and I told him I was 24 years old. He was 23. He said, "Oh, you don't look like a 24-year-old. You look like you're 18 or 17 or some shit." Well, I mean, I don't really party, isn't it? I don't drink, so it's like what they're gonna expect and shit. I'm not really interacting with society as a whole. So of course I'm gonna look younger than my age and shit. So you know, I mean, he was a pretty good guy. He was a nice guy, I guess. You know, he had an American girlfriend and shit, and his American girlfriend didn't want to leave the United Kingdom and shit. So you know, but I don't have to deal with that when I'm incel or MGTOW or celibate or on my own. You know, I don't have to deal with all these things and shit. I'm dealing with is that I have to pay the bills. I have to do my work. I have to pay. I have to maybe potentially got all these projects that I'm working on. I mean, I'm working on a video game right as of right now. You know, a horror game. I don't know how it's gonna be a horror game, but see how it goes and shit. You know, hopefully I can finish this game. You know, next this until October arrives and shit. You know, it's gonna be a short game. It's not gonna be that long. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much what I have to say. No, I don't really know what else to say. I guess also over the recent days as well, I've just been feeling very low energy. You know, I just don't want to do anything. You know, have work tomorrow, and then I guess that will motivate me because I make money from at work and shit. But you know, I don't really want to do anything and shit. I just want to sit down and do absolutely nothing. But I know if I don't do anything, shit's gonna pile up and and it's just gonna be more things to worry about. So it's like, yeah, you know. So anyway, guys, I don't know what else I could say. What's it feel like to be a 24-year-old incel that has fully formed the black pill and maybe transitioned to grey pill? If you guys don't know what the grey pill is, it's like, you know, white pill mixed with black pill and shit. So you're still a nihilist, like black pill nihilist, but you're still an optimist, I guess. You know, optimist in some form, in some form, right? You know. And what's the other thing that people would do, right? This concept of fate, right? There's no such thing as fate. It's like I do believe in the concept of choice. We choose to go on each path, right? That's what I believe in, right? I don't believe in fate. Faith, right? Having faith is just or hope is just stupid in my personal opinion, right? It's all about choice, right? Let's just say I want to become a, a bodybuilder, an athlete, whatever. What choices I'm going to do to become a bodybuilder and athlete? Well, I have to go to the gym. You know? I have to maybe run track and field and shit. Or maybe if I want to be a swimmer, I have to go to the swimming pool and shit. Right? That doesn't require faith. Right? It's just in you being in the right places to gain that knowledge, to potentially get into that field. Right? You know? Right? You knowing someone that has a connection to some industry. That's what truly is about. It's not. It was never about faith and shit like that, you know. So for me and shit, me being like incel, black pillar, you know, whatever, you know, it's not really a fate because, like I said, how I grew up, how I lived my life, you know, how I, you know, started to question narratives. Like, for example, I think this was like in 2013, 14 when ISIS was killing people and shit. Like, my mum said, you know, about freaking, oh no, ISIS killed this woman and shit, this like British woman, you know. I think she was British, I don't remember, you know. And I said, but ISIS killed other people as well. It's not just women they killing, you know what I'm saying? But it's now become an international incident when this woman, you know, gets killed. It's not an American one, I think it was the British one. The other American one that was killed by the freaking ISIS leader and shit, you know, whatever his name is and shit. I don't know, can't remember his name, but now I'm talking about one other woman, or some other woman that aid worker that was killed by ISIS and shit. You know, my mum said, "Oh, that's upsetting." Well, I mean, ISIS killed a lot of people. Right? They've killed, you know, a lot of British men. Right? They've executed a lot of British men. They've executed a lot of Arab men and shit. So what makes this so different? Because this is a British woman that was killed, you know, not much of a difference and shit. You know. But that was back in 2013 when I wasn't in this type of pro mindset, you know, black pill, MGTOW mindsets, grey pill mindsets, whatever, you know. That was in like 2013 where I didn't actually have the internet archives and shit. I just saw the freaking bullshit on the television, you know. So, and yeah, you know, and that's why I say fresh and fit, you know, specifically fresh CEO I'm talking about. If they truly are who they say, they wouldn't even have these women in the podcast in the first place, right? I mean, I understand why they have them because it makes money, right? Having these type of women make them money and shit. But if they're truly like red pill, they wouldn't be like they would have gotten their things clipped off, their vasectomy, whatever. I think that's what they call it. They would have gotten that. They wouldn't have, getting these women pregnant on their podcasts and shit. You know, they would have gotten the vasectomy, gotten the clipped out, and no worries, or gotten the freaking the a pallet, no pallet, plastic on the systems. You know, that's what they would have done. But like I said, you know, they don't have they they are not really they're just making money and shit. The ego got to them and they said, I'm untouchable, that's not gonna happen to me. Now fresh CEO is in this problem and shit now, so you know. Anyway guys, I'm probably gonna end the video here and shit. And if you agree with me or not about this video, life as a 24-year-old incel and shit, part sequel and shit. If you agree with me on um the things that I've talked about on this channel, no, not on this channel, but on this video and shit particularly, let me know, And I'm not sure when this video is gonna come out. It could be come out. It won't be. I'm not sure I'm gonna do it on Monday, but it'll probably be Wednesday or Thursday, whatever. Yep. I still got a lot of work to do anyway, so this is probably going to be the last video until May and shit. You know. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about it and subscribe.